I am a veteran. I spent 2 years alone and homeless.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
My victory was finding the support to get back on my feet.
DAV helps veterans of every generation get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran. When I got out, I felt like nowhere was safe.
So veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory was finding the help I needed. Thanks to DAV, now I feel like I'm human again.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Happening now in America this morning, bracing for Dorian, the tropical storm expected to grow into a hurricane, bearing down on Puerto Rico in a matter of hours. President Trump now approving an emergency declaration. This morning, the biggest challenge for FEMA, the worries about the island's power grid and the tens of thousands of people still living under tarps since Hurricane Maria hit 2 years ago. What we're learning right now about preparations.
A potential blockbuster settlement. The maker of OxyContin in talks to settle thousands of lawsuits for billions of dollars. What the company's former president said about selling the drug and just how powerful it is.
Developing overnight, the pro baseball player's family found dead. His wife and child killed. The suspect arrested while naked. What police are saying now.
Plus, Kevin O'Leary, star of TV Shark Tank, involved in a deadly boat crash.
The bear attack in Colorado. A couple describes fighting off a mother bear inside their home.
It was like, and I am not a weak woman.
How they did it and the damage done.
And the Game of Thrones star trapped for hours inside this elevator. The two things he had with him.
From ABC News in New York, this is America This Morning.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We begin with Puerto Rico bracing for Tropical Storm Dorian, which is expected to grow into a hurricane today.
President Trump has already signed an emergency declaration. Up to 8 inches of rain could trigger life-threatening flash floods, and heavy winds will threaten the island's power grid, which remains vulnerable after Hurricane Maria hit 2 years ago. Another major concern: thousands of people still living under tarps and the bridges still not repaired after Maria.
But this morning, FEMA says it's ready, deploying thousands of people to the island with food, water, and medical supplies. ABC's Mona Kosar-Abdi begins our coverage. Good morning, Mona.
Good morning, Kenneth, and good morning to you, Janae. As Dorian approaches, Hurricane Maria is still fresh on the minds of the millions of Americans living in Puerto Rico, still dealing with the effects. And government officials right now are reassuring them, though, that they are well prepared. This morning, the Caribbean feeling the effects of Tropical Storm Dorian. The storm already tearing through the small French island of Martinique, leaving streets flooded and ripping down power lines. And right now, Dorian is on track to Puerto Rico, where the governor has declared a state of emergency. The U.S. territory still reeling from the devastating effects of 2017's Hurricane Maria. But this time, FEMA officials say they're ready.
FEMA took a very aggressive stance for Dorian. It is the first system of the year, and we understand that the island is still very fragile.
Including much of the territory's infrastructure, like its vulnerable power grid. Also of concern, many of the homes still have blue tarps covering the roof. ABC's Victor Oquendo getting a first-hand look.
When it rains, what does it look like?
They coming a lot of water.
A lot of water comes in.
A lot of water came here.
Residents taking no chances, scrambling to stock up on supplies.
Just to have enough water and canned food.
And ahead of the storm, President Trump taking to Twitter, writing, quote, Congress approved $92 billion for Puerto Rico last year, an all-time record of its kind for anywhere. But Puerto Rico's resident commissioner says the funds Trump is referring to is not readily available and that it's a sum estimated to be delivered over 10 years. And this morning, FEMA says they have emergency personnel positioned all over the island. The warehouses are full, and more than 7,000 generators are on the ground. Meanwhile, Janae and Kenneth, Puerto Rico's governor says she's in close communication with the White House.
All right, Mona, thank you, and we will continue watching that. At the same time, people who live in Florida are also closely watching Dorian, so let's get a closer look at where the storm is headed.
AccuWeather's Adam Del Rosso has the latest track. Adam.
Janae and Kenneth, good morning. Tropical Storm Dorian continuing to make its way through the tropics, inching closer to Puerto Rico. We are going to feel those impacts late today into tomorrow. We need to watch for hurricane force wind gusts upwards of 80 miles per hour. leading to power outages, also flash flooding with up to 8 inches of rainfall expected across western portions of Puerto Rico. The storm's going to continue its northwesterly track by the end of the day on Friday, likely strengthening into a Category 1 hurricane, and then it does look to make landfall somewhere in Florida as we head toward the later parts of our Labor Day weekend. We're going to continue to watch the storm very closely, but heavy rainfall and gusty winds likely across Florida as we head into the day on Sunday. Janae, Kenneth?
All right, Adam, thank you. Just as Dorian approaches, funding for FEMA is being cut. The Department of Homeland Security is cutting $270 million from FEMA and other agencies. It will now use that money for programs at the U.S. border, including for migrant detention facilities.
And next to the massive settlement in the works for the maker of OxyContin, Purdue Pharma has been facing thousands of lawsuits accused of fueling the opioid epidemic. Well, now we're learning the company may offer billions of dollars to settle those cases. This morning, a possible multi-billion-dollar deal for the maker of the painkiller OxyContin. Purdue Pharma is facing more than 2,000 lawsuits related to opioid deaths and addictions. This morning, a source tells ABC News Purdue Pharma is willing to give up at least $10 billion to settle those cases. In a statement, the company says while Purdue Pharma is prepared to defend itself vigorously in the opioid litigation, it sees little good coming from years of wasteful litigation and appeals.
Do you believe Purdue's marketing was overly aggressive?
No.
For the first time, we're hearing sworn testimony from Purdue Pharma's former chairman and president, Dr. Richard Sackler. Members of his family owned the company, which made billions developing and selling OxyContin.
Do you know whether OxyContin is more powerful or less powerful a drug than morphine?
Depends what you mean by powerful. If powerful means potency, absolutely. It is twice as potent as morphine.
The clips from 2015 were released by the news group ProPublica. Under oath, Sackler said it was wrong to blame the opioid crisis on their marketing, but the company ended up settling, paying $20 million.
There is no way that this intended or had the effect of causing physicians to overlook the fact that it was twice as potent. It was called out in virtually every promotional piece of literature.
And Purdue Pharma and the Sackler family have denied the allegations in all those lawsuits.
A developing story out of rural Virginia where a pro baseball player's family has been found murdered. Police say the wife, child, and mother-in-law of pitcher Blake Bivens were found dead at a home near the North Carolina border. Bivens is a pitcher with the Tampa Bay Rays organization. Police say the suspect, who is Bivens' 19-year-old brother-in-law, was naked when he was arrested after a foot chase. Police have not revealed any other details of this case, including a possible motive.
Well, now to the crisis in the Amazon rainforest. Nearly 2 million acres have burned, and it could be weeks before rain arrives. Brazil's president is refusing to accept millions of dollars in foreign aid until he gets an apology from the president of France. The two recently exchanged insults. Meanwhile, the soccer game on the edge of the Amazon had to be canceled. Look in the background there. You could see the fires burning just outside the stadium. Doctors are now reporting a sharp increase in people suffering from breathing problems.
Time now for a look at your weather for this Wednesday morning. There's a high fire danger again today from the Pacific Northwest to Arizona. Police now say this grass fire in Portland, Oregon was intentionally set. Looking at today's high temperatures, 95 in Portland, 110 in Phoenix, but cities across the north will only reach the 70s today. Meanwhile, the Farmer's Almanac is out with its winter forecast. It predicts higher than usual snowfall in the Northeast and says only the western third of the country will see normal temperatures. Everyone else, prepare for the cold.
Coming up, the frenzy over Popeye's new chicken sandwich reaching a tipping point.
Also, speaking of frenzy, see what happened when Costco opened its first store in China.
But first, a big announcement about the SAT exam and the proposal to hand out so-called adversity scores to disadvantaged students.
And later, 15-year-old tennis phenom Coco Gauff does it again.
Look, I'm sorry. think it's time we move on. It's not you. It's just time. It's time for both of us. It's time for us to move on. You're gonna give somebody else so much. You have a lot to offer, and you're gonna be a lifesaver.
Greetings, saints and friends. I'm Pastor Billy Holland Jr. of the Apostolic Faith Church, welcoming you every Sunday morning here in Hawaii and across the world to brighten your weekend with faith, song, and worship with the Kingdom of God Crusade. We'll share an hour of music and song with the church band and the choir, along with a spirit-filled and spirit-directed sermon. We hope and pray you'll let us be a part of your Sunday activities. That's the Kingdom of God Crusade every Sunday morning.
The Oahu SPCA offers low-cost spay-neuter, wellness, and other veterinary services at our new shelter and clinic in Wahiawa. Oahu SPCA's affordable spay-neuter clinics and adoption services are helping to humanely reduce the number of homeless animals. Call 754-1519 or online at oahuspca.org. Oahu SPCA, helping animals, saving lives.
We are not a government agency, yet we are always there. The Hawaii Red Cross needs your donation.
It's your lunchtime escape.
Michael! Sarah!
Come on, Kiki. I'm going to have some fun with this.
Raymond, Sarah, and...
Lunchtime at 1 Eastern, 12 Central, and Pacific on ABC.
We're back with video of SpaceX testing an early prototype of its Mars rocket. The Starhopper passed the test, rising several hundred feet over South Texas and then landing successfully. It's being called a key step for Elon Musk and his company's dream of traveling to Mars.
A former executive who worked for both Google and Uber is facing decades in prison for allegedly stealing trade secrets. Anthony Lewandowski was a high-level executive working on Google's self-driving car program. Prosecutors say before resigning, he downloaded 14,000 files from the company's network. They claimed he planned to give that information to Uber. His attorney denies that.
Not a single one of these supposedly secret files ever went to Uber or to any other company or person.
All of us, generally speaking, are free to move from job to job. What we cannot do is stuff our pockets on the way out the door.
Lewandowski was fired by Uber 2 years ago. The company is not charged with any wrongdoing.
The company that administers the SAT is dropping its so-called adversity score. It was introduced to provide context and help colleges identify students raised in challenging environments. The adversity score will be replaced by a new tool that includes information about a student's school and their local area.
We all love Costco, right? Well, it opened its first store in China and chaos ensued. The wild response from shoppers in Shanghai forced the store to close early because of safety concerns. The scene resembles some of the mayhem in the U.S. on Black Friday. Customers waited 3 hours just for a parking spot.
From that chaos to this one, the fast food chicken war has been put on hold because of a supply shortage. Popeyes has run out of its much-hyped chicken sandwich. It's taken only 2 weeks and lots of very long lines to run through a nationwide supply that was supposed to last through September. Popeyes says it's working to restock the sandwiches as soon as possible.
Chicken and Costco's, it drives the people wild. Coming up, the rare blue octopus caught on camera.
Also ahead, football star Rob Gronkowski gets emotional as he opens up for the first time about why he left the game and what he's doing next.
Plus, the breaking news overnight. Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary involved in a deadly boat crash.
COPD makes it hard to breathe. So to breathe better, I started with Onoro.
COPD tries to say, go this way. I say, I'll go my own way with Onoro.
Once Daily Anoro contains 2 medicines called bronchodilators that work together to significantly improve lung function all day and all night. Anoro is not for asthma. It contains a type of medicine that increases risk of death in people with asthma. The risk is unknown in COPD. Anoro won't replace rescue inhalers for sudden symptoms and should not be used more than once a day. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition, high blood pressure, glaucoma, prostate, bladder, or urinary problems. These may worsen with Anoro. Call your doctor if you have worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain while taking Anoro.
Ask your doctor about Once Daily Anoro to start treating your COPD.
Save at Anoro.com.
Those darn seatbelts got me all crumpled up.
It's okay. Hey, guys.
Hi, Mrs. Patterson.
Wrinkles send the wrong message.
Sorry.
Help prevent them before they start with new Downy Wrinkle Guard.
Back to school shopping? Burlington, help me.
We're not shopping at 10 different stores.
And we're not spending a fortune.
Burlington has everything they love for back to school. And I save a ton. I love the brands. I love the deals.
Problem solved.
We love Burlington.
Fact is, every insurance company hopes you drive safely. But Allstate helps you with DriveWise. Feedback that helps you drive safer, and that could lower your cost. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Hello again, Mikey.
Life, she won't eat anything healthy.
She likes it.
Life cereal. Mikey likes it.
Take a look at that potential killer on the ocean floor. This is a blue octopus that was caught on video off the coast of Australia. Scientists say that blue octopus holds enough venom to kill 26 adult humans within just minutes.
Wow.
Well, now to an emotional confession from one of football's biggest stars.
Rob Gronkowski, better known as Gronk, is another young player who retired early. Until now, we never knew the private struggle he was facing.
I needed to walk away because I needed to do what was best for myself at that moment.
This morning, former Patriots star Rob Gronkowski is opening up about retiring from football.
I needed to recover. I was not in a good place. Football was bringing me down, and I didn't like it. And I was losing that joy in life, like the joy.
Gronk says it was during the Super Bowl in February that he realized he could no longer play the game.
In the Super Bowl, about a couple minutes into the second quarter, I caught a pass on the left side, cut over, and the linebacker took me right out, right here in my quad. I flipped in the air, and I knew my quad was done. I knew it was right there and then. I was like, last game, Super Bowl game, just give it all you have.
At just 29 years old, Gronkowski would announce his retirement 1 month after winning the big game.
I could barely walk. I slept for 5 minutes that night. I was in tears in my bed after a Super Bowl victory.
It's a sentiment shared by Colts quarterback Andrew Luck, who announced his retirement last weekend, also at 29 years old. Like Gronkowski, Luck says the years of injuries took a physical and mental toll.
It's been 4 years of this injury pain rehab cycle, and for me to move forward in my life the way I want to, it doesn't involve football.
For Gronkowski, his next step is the marijuana business. He's launching a line of CBD products, which he credits for helping him recover from his injuries. We love Gronk and those moves. He says he'll be pushing the NFL to loosen restrictions on CBD products. He'll be live on Good Morning America this morning for an exclusive interview.
Well, we're learning new details about a deadly boat crash involving Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary. Canadian police say it happened late Saturday night on a lake in Ontario. A man from Florida was killed. O'Leary released a statement overnight saying, "I was a passenger in a boat that had a tragic collision with another craft that had no navigation lights on and then fled the scene of the accident. I am fully cooperating with authorities. My thoughts and prayers are with all the families affected." And a Colorado couple had the fight of their lives against a mother bear and her cubs. So the bears broke into their house, as you can see there, and started eating some bread. That's when the mother bear attacked 71-year-old John Johnson. He punched the bear, and then his wife hit the bear with a baseball bat so they could run away.
It was like, and I am not a weak woman, okay? I'm old, but I'm not weak. I felt like that I had like a lightning bolt in my body that was driving that ball bat. I was so scared.
You could see the marks left behind from when the mother bear clawed John Johnson. The mother bear was captured and euthanized. In Colorado, any bear that attacks and injures a human must be euthanized.
In sports, we know that 15-year-old tennis phenom Coco Gauff has pulled off another impressive win. She won her first match at the U.S. Open with her parents cheering her on. It took 2 hours for Coco to win a 3-set thriller. When it was over, she said her parents needed some rest.
Your mom and dad are over there, and of course we saw them at Wimbledon. You think they're pretty? How do you think they're feeling right now?
I think I gave them a heart attack, especially my mom, and my dad. He looks a little bit tired over there too.
Absolutely.
If Coco wins in the second round, it could set up a match with defending champ Naomi Osaka.
We'll be watching. Up next in the Pulse, we take you to a high-pitched whistling contest.
But first, a breathalyzer for pot, the device that could determine if someone is too high to drive.
And the Game of Thrones star trapped for hours in this elevator. The two things he had with him.
Corey is living with metastatic breast cancer, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of her body. She's also taking Ibrance with an aromatase inhibitor, which is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ibrance plus letrozole was significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus letrozole. Patients taking Ibrance can develop low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infections that can lead to death. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are pregnant, breastfeeding, or plan to become pregnant. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite. Corey calls it her new normal, because a lot has changed, but a lot hasn't. Ask your doctor about Ibrance, the #1 prescribed FDA-approved oral combination treatment for HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC.
30% off paints and stains, right? Yes. Well, you know what they say? The early bird gets the best paint.
Get 30% off paints and stains with sale prices starting at $26.94, August 29th through September 9th, only at your Sherwin-Williams store.
Oh, wow. What kind of underwear are those?
They're breathable underwear from Fruit of the Loom.
Wait, Fruit of the Loom makes breathable underwear?
Yeah, they have tiny holes to let the air through, but...
Yes! I love them.
Stay cool with breathable underwear from Fruit of the Loom.
Allergies with sinus congestion and pressure? Go to the pharmacy counter for powerful Claritin D. While the leading allergy spray is indicated for 6 symptoms, Claritin D is indicated for 8, including sinus congestion and pressure. Claritin D. Get more.
It's your lunchtime escape.
Michael! Sarah?
Come on, Kiki. I'm going to have some fun with this.
Raymond, Sarah, and...
Lunchtime at 1 Eastern, 12 Central, and Pacific on ABC.
It's time to check the pulse, and we begin with a breathalyzer for marijuana being called the first of its kind.
The device measures THC, which is what makes users high. If detected, it means the driver used marijuana within about 3 hours, which is when they're most likely to be impaired.
The device is being used in California, where recreational marijuana has been legal since last year. Since that time, there's been a 30% jump in cases of people driving while stoned.
Got to be careful there.
Yep.
Well, next to the big question on social media, is Apple co-founder Steve Jobs alive?
Okay, so look at this. This look-alike has some people speculating that Jobs is living in Egypt right now. That's where the photo was taken. He now joins the likes of Elvis, Tupac, and Kurt Cobain among celebrities rumored to still be alive.
As for that photo, one viewer asked, wouldn't Jobs be wearing an Apple Watch?
I mean, when you see the side-by-side, it is
the
similar.
profile, though.
Yeah.
We need to see the whole face, but
right.
Definitely kind of looks like him.
Next, Aquaman actor Jason Momoa couldn't play superhero in this situation.
He got stuck for 2 hours inside an elevator in Vancouver with 5 friends and a dog.
Whoa.
He posted this video for his 13 million followers on social media.
Okay, so thankfully he had some M&Ms and some beer with him, so really it sounds like a party. He says it wasn't that bad, but he was craving ramen. until someone from the elevator company finally arrived. So 5 friends, a dog, M&Ms, and beer. That's literally like a Friday night evening.
And they are peanut M&Ms. I just saw it.
How do people share those?
You can't share those. All right, and finally, a competition that has musicians puckering up.
People from around the world flew into Southern California to earn the title of Best Whistler.
Yeah, whistlers from 11 countries took part in this competition.
Kiki Shibata of Japan took home the title. They are good.
I'm just a normal person who got an awful skin condition.
With uncontrolled moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis, you feel like you're itching all the time. And you never know how your skin will look, because deep within your skin, an overly sensitive immune system could be the cause. So help heal your skin from within with Dupixent. Dupixent is not a steroid, and it continuously treats your eczema even when you can't see it. At 16 weeks, nearly 4 times more patients taking Dupixent saw clear or almost clear skin compared to those not taking it, and patients saw a significant reduction in itch. Do not use if you are allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, a severe reaction. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems, including eye pain or changes in vision. If you are taking asthma medicines, do not change or stop your asthma medicine without talking to your doctor. Help heal your skin from within. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Macy's Labor Day sale has our lowest prices of the season on furniture, mattresses, and rugs. Get the Monroe Queen bed for just $289. This Jolene sectional for $1,099. Plus, get a free adjustable base with select mattresses. Now at Macy's, the furniture destination.
Here's what I want for Cassie's food. Wholesome ingredients, real meat first, no chicken or poultry byproduct meals, no corn or wheat or soy. Add it all up and there's only one choice for me. Wholesome and healthy Blue Buffalo.
Too many people in pain settle for a restless night's sleep. There's a better choice. Aleve PM, the only one to combine a safe sleep aid and the 12-hour pain-relieving strength of Aleve that dares to last into the morning, so you feel refreshed. Aleve PM, there's a better choice.
I'm a Venus. I'm a Venus.
Checking more top stories, Tropical Storm Dorian is heading straight for Puerto Rico, gaining some strength overnight. It could be a Category 1 hurricane when it hits the island, dumping 8 inches of rain. The current track shows the storm reaching Florida Sunday.
Deutsche Bank has revealed it has tax returns related to the congressional investigation into President Trump and his businesses, but it's unclear if that means the bank has President Trump's personal tax returns. The president's attorney says any effort to disclose Trump's returns will be fought in court.
Authorities are investigating as many as 10 suspicious deaths at a VA hospital in West Virginia. An autopsy shows one man received insulin even though he was not diabetic. Investigators say others may have died in a similar way.
Today's weather here in the U.S. Rain later today in the east, thunderstorms in Texas, cool but dry in the upper Midwest. Another very hot day across the west with a high fire risk.
And finally this Wednesday morning, a story that proves Big Brother is watching and apparently waiting at a bus stop in Louisiana. But this Big Brother just wants to leave behind some good memories.
Reporter Johnston Von Springer from our station in Baton Rouge explains.
Most kids look forward to the bus ride home after a long day of school, but Max Tingle enjoys his drop-off for a totally different reason.
What's up, big dog?
His older brother Noah is waiting for him outside each day, donning anything from an LSU football uniform to today's firefighter outfit.
It's my last year of high school, and I saw he was coming off the bus when I was at home, so I just want to embarrass him.
Rain or shine, Noah makes sure he's out front when his brother's bus comes down the street. Usually a warm embrace follows, but originally for Max, it wasn't something he totally looked forward to.
At first, I was surprised and kind of embarrassed, but now I'm just used to it.
And the costumed greeting has taken on a life of its own. A Facebook page now dedicated to the Daily Charade has hundreds of followers.
It's gotten a lot bigger than I thought it would ever be. I thought I would keep it going, but I was expecting it to kind of be, you know, just something me, my friends, and my family, and a few other people we know to kind of catch on. But for the amount of people that saw it and loved it, it was just crazy.
Teachers, students, strangers, even the bus driver, all checking in each day to see what exactly Noah will be wearing. From Santa Claus to Max's favorite Chewbacca, it's always a surprise until that bus pulls up.
I mean, the first outfit was just kind of something silly, and then I started to come up with more ideas. But then when my mom started posting them, people were donating different costumes and outfits, so just started using theirs.
A few weeks into the school year, Noah doesn't know how much longer he'll keep his welcome home ritual going. But before college starts calling next year, he wants to make sure Max has plenty of good memories, regardless of how goofy they may be.
Brotherly love.
He's got those memories.
Making news in America this morning.
Stay with us for GMA.
Diana Coe, weekends only on KITV4 Island News. Now, from KITV4 Island News, this is Good Morning Hawaii.
Coming up on Good Morning Hawaii, police on Maui investigating one of their own, the 4-year veteran officer now facing multiple charges. Plus, a year after a Big Island police officer was shot and killed during a traffic stop, the shooter's getaway driver has now been sentenced. Good morning, Hawaii. Thanks for waking up with us at 4:30. I'm Tom George. Malika McDonald has the morning off. But before we get to your top story, we want to check on your weather and traffic. Good morning, Tasia. Happy hump day.
Good morning, Tom. We do have those lighter winds starting off for your Wednesday, kind of pumping the brakes. We are seeing about 10 to 15 miles per hour this morning, but we do have a weak high pressure ridge north of the islands. That's going to keep our winds coming in nice and light, under 15 miles per hour, at least until the ending of the week. So with those lighter winds, as you can already see now across the board, we will continue to have morning sunshine, then afternoon clouds for leeward and interior spots. Temperatures at the moment still within the 70s, 79 for Lihue, 77 for Honolulu. We are expecting another warm day and quite humid because of those lighter winds. The good news is those winds are still coming in from the east. Tomorrow, light and variable winds, so even more hot and humid for your Thursday. Satellite and radar are picking up a few showers on those light trades coming in over the eastern end, especially for our Kauai through our Oahu. We are actually seeing some pretty clear conditions. Again, Maui County throughout Hawaii Island, that's where the heavier showers are for the windward and Mauka spots. Today, a few morning showers, mostly sunny throughout the day. Afternoon clouds again favoring those interior and leeward spots. Your daytime highs, it's going to be a warm one, 89 to 94. We've got sunrise around 6:15 and sunset around 7:01. And again, those easterly winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Now, here's a look at your traffic. No major accidents or stalls. We do have that zipper lane open from Waiava, and then clear conditions as you are coming in from the east side on Kalani'anaole Highway. Your drive times into town from the east side, 20 minutes, and from the west side, 69 minutes, and from Ava Beach through Honolulu, 28. That's a look at your weather and traffic. Tom, to you.
Thanks, Tasia. Well, a Maui police officer accused of misconduct is now free on $50,000 bail. 34-year-old Brandon Safiels is charged with attempted perjury, attempted hindering prosecution, and witness tampering. Safiels is on leave without pay. His police powers have also been restricted while they investigate this case. He's been with the department for 4 years and was assigned to the Wailuku Patrol Division. And Maui County Mayor Michael Victorino issued a statement reading, quote, "Breaches of community trust will not be tolerated. I have every confidence that these allegations of police misconduct will be thoroughly investigated both criminally and administratively," end quote. And there will be no jail time for a former Honolulu police officer who admitted to sexually assaulting a young girl. A judge accepted a plea agreement for 45-year-old Teddy Van Lerberg. The assaults occurred between 2004 and 2008. Before he joined the force, he was sentenced to 5 years probation.
She said every time the defendant stands in line to get milk, people see that and recognize his face. Every time he goes out and gets the news or the newspaper from his mailbox, his neighbors see him and recognize his face. Every time he sees family members, they know that he is an abuser of children, a sexual assault abuser of children, Your Honor.
Now, Van Lerberg is also required to register as a sex offender, and he can never be a police officer again. Turning now to the Big Island, where the first of 7 people charged with helping accused cop killer Justin Waike was sentenced to 5 years in prison. West Hawaii Today reports Keel Brend received the sentence after he pleaded guilty to hindering prosecution back in June. Brend admitted he picked up Waike from the scene of the shooting. Last July, Waike allegedly shot and killed Officer Bronson Kaliloa during a traffic stop in Mountain View. Waike was later shot and killed after days of evading police. And trials for the 3 other alleged accomplices begin next month. Well, today, Hawaiian Electric is closing part of Aiea Heights Drive to work on utility poles. Now, this will be happening between Napuanani Road and Monaco Street. The work will begin at 8:30 this morning and ends at 3:30 this afternoon. It's all part of HECO's ongoing reliability upgrades in central Oahu. Well, still ahead on Good Morning Hawaii Early Edition, another candidate jumping into the race for Honolulu mayor. Why the former head of the Hawaii High School Athletic Association now wants to tackle the sport of politics.
Use the Spectrum TV app and watch live TV anywhere around Hawaii, even on-demand titles. Spectrum.
Spectrum Mobile is here, Hawaii. Built on the nation's most reliable LTE network. Save up to 40% with an unlimited data plan. Just $45 for the first line. Or choose to pay for data by the gig. Unlimited talk and text included for free. Pick a mobile plan that's right for you. And upgrade your mobile network with one designed to save you money. To learn more, go to spectrummobile.com today.
When do my credit card points expire?
How many miles do I have?
When are the blackout dates again?
Do we get 1% or 2% on groceries?
Stop wondering. Get the new 2% unlimited cashback card. That's 2% on purchases everywhere, every time. From American Savings Bank. Real life, real answers.
Got a chip or star crack in your windshield and it's safety check time? Repair your windshield before you go. Your chip repair may even be free, depending on your insurance. Book now. Free quote at aceautoglass.net or call us.
Catch Island Sports with Brandy Higa, weeknights at 6 and 10 on KITV4.
Getting quality food for your best friend just got easier. Hawaii Feed is your locally owned and operated pet food warehouse where you can order online. Simply go to hawaiifeed.biz and order your pet's favorite food online. Your order will be ready for pickup within 24 hours at our convenient, centrally located warehouse in Waipio. Choose top quality food for your dog, fish, small animal, or bird from Hawaii's top brands. Go to hawaiifeed.biz and order your pet food today.
Time now, 4:36, and we're taking a look at your surf forecast for this Wednesday. Only going to get better. We do see your surf for the north, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 for the west and the east, 2 to 4 for the south. And taking a look at the swells coming in by tonight into Thursday. South-facing shores 4 to 6, and west-facing shores 3 to 5. Over the weekend, we will have moderate to large south surf again Sunday afternoon through next week. High tide for today, we are starting off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, close to 2.5 feet, and low tide this morning around 8 o'clock, and it's just at 0.014. Taking a look at your hourly forecast, partly cloudy conditions will continue for the Mauka spots over on Kauai, with northeasterly winds still filling in under 10 miles per hour, and then even more clouds for the leeward spots in the afternoon. As you can see, pretty much a light wind kind of day. More sunshine for our Maui Island and Maui County this morning. Afternoon clouds. Hawaii Island, lots of sunshine for Hilo, Hawaii after your morning showers. Taking a look at that hourly forecast, because of those lighter winds for this long stretch of time, humid conditions for the next few days, and then as our trade winds fill in just a bit more from the northeast, back again on your weekend, that's when we'll start to see some relief, lower humidity levels, stronger trades by next week. Now here's a look at your traffic. No accidents or stalls reported within the last 2 hours, but some road closures today in Hawaii Kai, beginning at 8:30 till 1 o'clock. Maintenance crews will be working on Kalani Anaole Highway between Ainakoa Avenue and Lunalilo Home Road. So just a heads up for that. And again, no major accidents or stalls reported in the last 2 hours. Clear conditions coming in from the west side, just a bit over an hour into town. Tom, to you.
Tasia, well, Puerto Rico is still struggling to recover 2 years after being devastated by Hurricane Maria. Now residents are bracing for yet another storm. As Nadia Romero explains, forecasters expect Tropical Storm Dorian to make landfall today.
On an island still grappling with the devastation of 2017's Hurricane Maria, residents are preparing for what Tropical Storm Dorian could bring.
We were caught by surprise with Maria, but now we're on alert.
Forecasters warn of hurricane-force wind gusts across the island.
The whole island, including Vieques and Culebra, is going to be under tropical storm winds, sustained tropical storm winds, with higher gusts that could get to hurricane-force winds.
As well as potential flooding from heavy rains.
We are expecting now 4 to 6 inches, widespread 4 to 6 inches, with isolated amount up to 8 inches in some areas.
Although Dorian is expected to be a smaller and less intense storm than Hurricane Maria, officials warn any impact could put the most vulnerable at risk, including those who still rely on tarps for shelter.
The ones that have blue tarps, the one that's live in the area that are floating, they have to move out to our refuges.
The governor declared a state of emergency on Monday to ready hospitals and shelters, and FEMA has deployed supplies and incident management assistant teams to Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands, as residents hope they've done enough to prepare.
I'm ready for whatever comes.
In Ponce, Puerto Rico, I'm Nadia Romero reporting.
The Trump administration wants to shift more than $150 million issued for disaster relief to support its policy of returning migrants to Mexico. The Department of Homeland Security informed Congress of plans to take funding away from the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The money is expected to be used to buy more beds for detention centers, transportation, and deportation. And the Pentagon approved more funding for an additional 20 miles of that border wall. Secretary of Defense Mark Esper signed off on that plan yesterday, using money previously repurposed for the Defense Department's counter-drug program. It's money on top of the $2.5 billion already approved by the Pentagon. Well, Hawaii U.S. Congresswoman and Democratic presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard back on the campaign trail today. She's been in Indonesia training with the Hawaii Army National Guard for the past 2 weeks. And today's also the deadline for candidates to qualify for the next Democratic debate. But right now, it doesn't look like Gabbard will get an invite. She's met the donor threshold, but still doesn't have enough support in certain polls. Now, the next debate is scheduled for September 12th right here on KITV4. ABC's George Stephanopoulos, David Muir, and Lindsay Davis, along with Jorge Ramos of Univision, are hosting that debate. Right now, only 10 candidates have qualified. And back here at home, the former head of the Hawaii High School Athletic Association officially running for mayor of Honolulu. Surrounded by dozens of supporters, Keith Amamiya said he was motivated to run because too many people have been losing hope due to scandals, cost overruns, and corruption. Amamiya supports finishing the rail project to Ala Moana Center and believes more transit-oriented development will help stimulate our economy.
I will attack each and every one of our problems, from a shortage of higher-paying jobs, to homelessness, to affordable housing, to public safety, with new voices and outside-the-box thinking.
What differentiates Keith from everyone else is his business mindset and ability to motivate people to achieve their best. 10 years ago, when Keith was at the helm of HHSAA, he brought private and public sectors together to successfully save our sports and enabled my younger siblings and thousands of athletes around the islands to complete their high school athletic careers.
Now, Amamiya is a local businessman. He's making his first run for office. Now be sure to stick with Good Morning Hawaii as he joins us live this morning in our 6 o'clock hour. Well, still ahead on Good Morning Hawaii Early Edition, don't let football season turn you into a couch potato. How you can avoid those extra pounds from this year's football season. Time now 4:42.
Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union. Through all of life's milestones, we're here for you for life.
My 2 favorite words? Help yourself. If you want it, go get it. Life is in the moments you dare to take. Unapologetic confidence starts with beautiful skin. Don't hesitate. First wax on us.
You know, you don't need to wait on the sun to say good morning, Hawaii.
Lots of people are up before dawn, and we are too.
Join Good Morning Hawaii weekdays at 4:30 in the morning to get an early start on everything you need for your day.
Catch up on today's top headlines with KITV4's Brenton Awad, 5, 6, and 10.
So, what's the N things in Eggs and Things? Celebrating over 45 years in Hawaii. They use only 100% fresh local eggs, 100% local beef, and 100% fresh locally caught fish. Rediscover Hawaii's original all-day breakfast and things at Eggs and Things.
Good Morning Hawaii.
Welcome back. Time now 4:44. Well, it is that time of year again, of course. Fans flocking to couches or bars or stadiums to watch their favorite football teams. Well, Mary Maloney has some tips on how to kick off the season without packing on those extra pounds in today's Health Minute.
Whether you're a pro fan, cheer for your favorite college team, or both, football is back, along with lots of unhealthy snacks. So how can fans watch the games and their waistlines? Plan ahead. Work out before you spend the day on the couch or at the stadium, and don't go hungry, says psychologist Rachel Goldman, who specializes in health and wellness.
So a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to be out all day on Sunday. I'm not going to eat breakfast. I'll save my calories up for later. And that's really the worst thing that people could do.
Goldman says eating a healthy meal instead of snacking throughout the day will also help keep you on the right track.
The problem is when people are physiologically hungry and they're bored or mindlessly eating because they're watching TV and there's just food in front of them, it's easier to pick on things.
Staying active during the game can also help, Goldman says.
Maybe during commercials or even halftime. So maybe do like mountain climbers or push-ups or just even to get up and stretch.
Even small changes this football season can be a big win for your health. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
And also on your Health Watch, a water bottle recall to let you know about this morning. Millions of Contigo Kids water bottles are being recalled because the silicone spout can detach and become a choking hazard. Dozens report finding those spouts in children's mouths. Contigo has received more than 100 complaints about this so far. Those bottles were sold at Costco, Walmart, Target, and other stores. This was between April of 2018 and June of this year. And new research shows more people are dying from preventable diseases. Common conditions like heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and high blood pressure started rising in 2010. The doctor who wrote that study believes deaths from these conditions are preventable. Experts say obesity, the main driver of all of them. However, the data only came from death certificates, which can miss some finer details, so the researchers want some more studies to be done. And the State Department of Health launched an online questionnaire that assesses your risk of opioid dependence. The quiz asks about things like chronic pain, injuries, and your relationship with medication. Based on the results, you'll be given different information on how to safely treat pain or some treatment options available in the state. All right, well, here is a live look right now out at Waikiki Beach. We want to get back to weather and traffic. Tasia, how's it looking out there?
Well, as you can see in the camera, we do have a bit of a bump for your south-facing shores. Beach day definitely on the books for today, especially if we're dealing with more high temperatures, just like your Tuesday, where we did tie some records across the board. Over on Kauai in Lihue at 89 degrees, tied for the year 1981. Honolulu tying as well at 92 degrees. And for our Hawaii Island, Hilo, Hawaii, that record high of 89 degrees, tied with 2015. So again, just setting the tone for the remaining of the week, and with those lighter winds, definitely going to feel a bit more humid. Temperatures at the moment still within the 70s, but we are expecting anywhere from 86 to 94 degrees. We're expecting up to 92 on the west side of our Kauai. Partly cloudy conditions will continue for those Mauka spots, a bit more for the leeward side in the afternoon. Oahu, same story. Interior and leeward sections will get some afternoon clouds and maybe a rain or two, but that's just because of that sea breeze pattern developing with those lighter trades under 15 miles per hour. Maui County starting off with a few showers this morning over in the windward area. That will clear up, and then some central parts will be very hot and dry. Hawaii Island, Kailua Kona, morning sunshine, afternoon clouds as normal. Hilo, Hawaii starting off with some showers. showers and then some afternoon sun. We are seeing that surf for the south 2 to 4, by tomorrow 4 to 6. Definitely expecting that to hold on through Thursday and Friday. Now, here's a look at your traffic. Maintenance crews will landscape the medians and shoulders at Ala Moana Boulevard through Ward Avenue today and Kalakaua Avenue from 2 o'clock until 6 o'clock this morning. So we are seeing some slowdowns in that area. We also have 2 cars involved in this incident right at Fort Weaver and Kolawaka intersection, pulled over to the bus stop, as you can see, not blocking any main lanes, but it may cause some distraction, especially for that hot spot. And as you can see, we still have pretty clear drive this morning. We do have that zipper lane opened from Waiava. Tom, back to you.
All right, thanks, Tasia. Well, turning now to your entertainment news, Forbes announcing this year's top-earning actresses and a horror remake gearing up for its big screen debut. For the latest on all of it, here's Jason Nathanson.
Women are still playing catch-up with men when it comes to cash in Hollywood. Forbes out with its list of top-earning actresses. Scarlett Johansson again takes the top spot, $56 million, mostly for her work on the Avengers movies. And while Forbes says the top 10 women earned a combined 69% more than last year, at $315 million, that's still about half of what the top 10 men pulled in. Just a couple of weeks until we're all scared of clowns again. It Chapter 2 will show the kids from the original film all grown up. Oscar nominee Jessica Chastain plays Beverly. She's said before one of her scenes might be the bloodiest in horror movie history.
It was disgusting. Disgusting on all levels, but cinematic glory. Cinematic glory, actually.
Something she talked about at the premiere this week in Los Angeles. It Chapter 2 is in theaters September 6th. Ed Sheeran singing All the Way to the Bank. He just wrapped his Divide World Tour, and it's officially the highest grossing tour of all time. Polestar says Sheeran raked in $776 million. Previous best, U2's 360 tour. And happy birthday to a former teen heartthrob. Beverly Hills 90210 star Jason Priestley turns 50 today, while country singer Shania Twain turns 54. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And the final season of Will and Grace getting a surprise guest star. Singer Demi Lovato shared this picture of her sitting on the series set on her Instagram yesterday. The network says Lovato has signed on to appear in 3 episodes. Will and Grace's season airing in 2020 will be its last. Well, Leslie Jones won't be returning to Saturday Night Live this fall. That's according to sources close to the situation. Jones has been on SNL since 2014. She was 47 years old at the time, making her the oldest person to join the cast. Her audition also marked the first time there was more than one female African-American cast member. SNL returns on September 28th. And how about this? A new movie about Flamin' Hot Cheetos is underway right now. It follows the story of Frito-Lay janitor Richard Montañez, who ended up inventing Hot Cheetos. The movie will be directed by actress Ava Longoria. Well, still ahead on Good Morning Hawaii Early Edition. If you're looking for a job, get ready to pack your bags. Delta looking for 1,000 flight attendants. What you need to know to fly into a new career. Time now, 4:52.
It's the Honda Summer Spectacular event, which means more of this. The kind of elation you can only experience after getting a great deal on a Honda Civic or Civic hatchback. Or an Accord. All come standard with the Honda Sensing suite of safety and driver assistive features. And as you can see, all will provide you with plenty of joy. Come be a part of it today.
Get a great deal on the Honda Civic and find your happy place at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
Medicate 08 is a Hawaii-based family-owned CBD store that specializes in pain relief, anxiety relief, and mood elevation. We offer a wide range of products from oils, capsules, topicals, edibles, flower, and pet treats.
I was in excruciating pain. Within a few minutes, I was able to feel the difference.
Nothing compares to the quality of product I receive at Medicate 08.
If your pain doesn't go away in 20 minutes, you'll get your money back.
Visit us today at one of our 2 convenient locations.
From the smallest cottage to the largest house on the block, Wisteria Lane has something for everyone. Transform your home with one of our wide selection of flooring, a luxurious look for the everyday homeowner, and with an unbeatable pricing. Visit Wisteria Lane today.
Catch Island Sports with Cody Krupp, weekends on KITV4.
From the moment you leave the beaten path and walk through our palm tree grove, you are greeted with aloha and treated like ohana. Come encounter an authentic Hawaiian experience at Paradise Cove, Hawaii's premier kama'aina luau. Enjoy Hawaiian games, live music, hula lessons, canoe rides, all topped off with a stunning sunset backdrop. As you delight in delicious Hawaiian food and colorful entertainment from across the Pacific. Make your reservations today by visiting paradisecove.com. Paradise Cove, Hawaii's best luau.
Time now, 4:54 on this Wednesday. We're seeing some minor touch-and-go traffic right before Hakimo Road coming around Ma'ili Bend out of Waianae this morning. And just double-checking on that incident in Ewa, we still have those two cars pulled over to the shoulder at Fort Weaver and Kolawaka northbound direction. So for a heads up, just a few slowdowns in that area. We now have that zipper lane open all the way throughout Waikele. No major accidents or stalls on your main roadways into town, and less than 20 minutes from Kalani Anaole Highway into Honolulu. 70 minutes now from Waianae through town. Now here's a look at your weather. Your surf for the north, 1 to 2. Calmer conditions for the east and west. The south-facing shores, 2 to 4. That will have a steady incline throughout the day. Some occasional afternoon sets will be a bit higher as well. We've got high tide around 3 o'clock, over 2.5 feet, and low tide this morning at 8 o'clock. Now, our satellite and radar picking up those directions of the winds coming in from the east, so we'll still have those trades and some trade showers for the morning, but lighter trade winds today, under 15 miles per hour. So that means some afternoon clouds for those leeward and interior sections, and then by tonight, variable winds under 15 miles per hour. Throughout the day, mostly sunny, humid and hot with those temperature highs 86 to 94 degrees. We've got sunrise around 6:14 and sunset at 6:51. Your extended forecast showing for the remaining of the week, hot and humid conditions, and then we've got those northeasterly winds returning over the weekend, so that's going to help with humidity levels drop a bit. We're not going to see those winds pick up again until next week, Wednesday. That's a look at your weather and traffic. Tom, to you.
All right, thanks, Tasia. Well, starting today, it'll be tougher for flight crews to get past the TSA checkpoints. That's because the Transportation Security Administration announced some changes to its known crew member program. TSA hasn't stated any specific reason for that change, but they are calling it a renewed focus on inside threats. And looking for a job? Well, Delta is hiring 1,000 flight attendants. You have to be 21 years old, speak English, and be a high school graduate or have your GED. They're also looking for somebody with a flexible schedule. A 6-week training program will kick off next year in Atlanta. Well, Facebook has some new nationwide emergency alerts for active shooters and unsafe conditions. It gives city governments and emergency management agencies access to local alerts so they can help reach people faster and more efficiently. All right, well, time now, 4:56. Here's some of the news stories we're working on for you coming up in the next hour. Coming up at 5, we've got Queens Medical Center coming right here in studio with some tips on how to keep our kupuna safe from falls, whether it's at home or out in public. Plus, also on your Wellness Wednesday, we've got some tips on how you and your loved ones can boost your odds of conceiving. And you could soon see lifeguards on Oahu beaches all the way from sunrise to sunset. Mackenzie Stasko is going to be live with how adding those couple extra hours could save lives. We'll be right back.
Experience the bold, crispy, mouth-watering flavors Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen is serving up in each and every bite, providing closed captioning for KITV4 Island News.
Right now is the best time to start planning for your future. Whether you're looking ahead to secure your goals,